We should be careful about making a hero out of Congressman Kiko Barzaga. Actually, that goes out for every politician. But this is about Kiko, the first-term lawmaker who has made headlines left and right for his antics within and outside Congress. From trying to gather protesters outside a posh village kung saan supposedly may properties sina dating House Speaker Martin Romualdez at resigned Congressman Zaldico, to filming himself confronting the president's son in the plenary.
Kumusta na yung kaso ni Tito Romualdez mo?
Yung ano pala?
Oh, ayaw sumagot. Ayaw sumagot, natatakot.
Huwag ganyan, boss.
To joking about setting batasang pambansa on fire. For that last one, sinumpahan siya ng ethics complaint ng mga dati niyang kapartido sa National Unity Party, among other reasons. He has definitely alienated, if not angered, many of his House colleagues who expect the Cavite congressman to play by the rules, or at the very least, observe proper decorum. Even yung matagal ng mga oposisyon sa Kamara, they are civil, if not friendly, towards their political rivals off-cam. It's because Congress is known for its spirit of collegiality. And maybe that's also why Barzaga has garnered a decent following online. He's a troublemaker that a segment of the population may find endearing, if that's the right word. He has also recently positioned himself as anti-administration. Dumalas ang pagsasalita niya laban kina Romualdez, Zaldico, at maging kay Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. And it's not difficult to imagine how his words can resonate with the Filipino public that has grown tired of the current administration's shortcomings. Pero, teka lang. While Barzaga has made decent points, ilagay natin sa konteksto. Kiko was the only one in his family to support the Unity Team in 2022. Nag-viral pa nga yan for going up the stage to tease his father who endorsed Leni Robredo at the time.
BBM! BBM!
And yes, he came from a political dynasty. Currently, ang mayor at vice mayor ng Dasma ay ina at kapatid niya. Tapos, siya yung district congressman. Isn't that a lot of power just from one family? Nung tumakbo siyang kongresista, he was not known for his platform but for his campaign jingle. He won that election by a small margin. And what is his record, by the way? He was a college dropout who served 6 years in the city council before gunning for a congressional seat in his mid-20s. Other people who don't have his family name would have to work twice or thrice as hard just to achieve that kind of political success at his age. And now, people, including his former colleagues, are speculating about his mental health. While there is a reasonable discussion that can be made about ensuring our public officials are mentally fit to seek public office, it is also an issue that is prone to sensationalism. Sa totoo lang, NUP also deserves to shoulder the blame. Sinasabi nila ngayon na matagal nang may problema sa pag-iisip si Barzaga. Bakit nila pinatakbo sa ilalim ng kanilang partido? Bakit pagkaupo sa Kongreso, ginawa pa nilang assistant majority leader? Shouldn't politics and public service be about merit and not merely relationships? And if we're looking for opposition lawmakers to cheer on, FYI, may mga mambabatas na talagang nagpuyat, nasa plenaryo hanggang madaling araw, para busisiin ang 2026 budget na isinumitin ng administrasyon sa Kongreso. Laila de Lima, Shel Jokno, Antonio Tino, Rene Co, Sara Elago, Elisan Fernando, just to name a few. Look, I'm not saying there should be zero coverage on Barzaga, but media and the general public can learn a thing or two about not merely parroting a politician's comments. Just because a congressman spoke doesn't mean it's news. Barzaga's actions should still be covered, but perhaps using a more critical lens. Not every quote from a politician is a soundbite deserving of airtime or attention. Kasi kapag binigay natin to sa kanila, we may end up elevating figures whose credentials crumble under scrutiny. For more discussions like this, please download the Rappler app.